Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Alicia from Primarily Optimistic. In my classroom setup day 2, I had talked about possibly doing a classroom haul. Although this is not my first year teaching, I always still think it's fun to see what other people pick up throughout the summer for their school year. And so I thought it'd be fun to show you what I bought for this coming school year. I'm going to show you what I purchased with my own money. I'm going to show you what I put for my classroom on my supply list that I wanted the school to buy for me, and I'm going to show you a couple things that have been donated to the classroom for this video. So I bought from several different places, and I don't have everything with me that I've purchased, so I will mention what I purchased and then show a picture up here so that you can still see like what I purchased without me actually having it, because I'm still waiting for those to come in the mail. I'm going to start off with Amazon first. I talked about in day 2 how I didn't have enough scallop border to finish my bulletin board, which is a little upsetting because I was pretty sure that I put all of my border in the same spot, so I have no idea what happened to that little chunk of border. However, I went to Hobby Lobby and they also didn't have it, so when I went home that evening I purchased more of the black scalloped border so I can finish that. I also put border on my magnetic chalkboards, and when I took those off for the end of 3rd grade, I didn't have any more magnets, or the magnets had kind of fallen off, and I couldn't find my big bundle of what I did with them, so I had to purchase some more. So I purchased these, and then our school is doing a one school, one team, one family theme, and so our bulletin boards are going to be kind of sports themed for that, or any way that you want to. However, I chose to do like a football board out in the hallway, so I purchased these little footballs in order to write the student's name on these to decorate for that. Also from Amazon, I believe I bought the pigeon off of Amazon. Our kindergarten year is going to be doing a lot with the pigeon, especially like a scavenger hunt and stuff for the first day of school. So I thought this was perfect to have him. And these were currently, I believe that I purchased this pigeon on Amazon for like $15, and then Kohl's came right out with their pigeon for $5. And so that was a little bit of a bummer that I didn't wait a little bit longer to see if they were going to release those. But anyway, I have the pigeon. From Amazon, I also bought this little pouch. It's like a set of 2. They are, let me get it out of the package for you. So they are magnetic little pouches. They look like this. There's 2 of them, and I figured that I'd hold my little compliment tokens in here. Last year I kept them in a little bin beside my small group table. However, I'm not sure if I'm going to use that compliment chart anymore. I did also purchase this Smart Cookies from Textures by Maria, and I plan to use this for small group rotations when we do guided reading, so that if all students, like as a behavior management, if all students are working independently and the way that they should be, then they will earn a Smart Cookie. Our school also does where they earn a Tiger badge from their specials, and that's how they earn like their reward parties and stuff like that. So I'm thinking of using this for both of them. They'll get a Smart Cookie for earning their badge in their special class, and they'll get a Smart Cookie for their guided reading center time. So that's what that is. When I take these cookies out, I plan to put them in here and just keep them close by the board so that I can fill up their little reward jar. I think that is all I bought from Amazon. Everything's kind of piled. What I bought from Target. This year I really wanted to use picture frames and hang up the little character posters. I believe Grades by Grace is the one that showed her little example, and I really loved it in the library, and I thought it just made it feel so much cozier. So I picked up from Target these 2 8x10 frames. I really was looking for 3 and they didn't have a third one, so I just bought the 2, hoping that I would be able to either find this online or look at a different store for one. I haven't been able to find it, so I did end up purchasing a set of 3 off of Amazon that will be here Thursday. Today is Wednesday, so it'll be here either tomorrow or Friday. But anyway, so I plan on returning these back to Target because I did purchase the set of 3 so that they're all the same. I also purchased from Target some clear bins to hold my stem bins for morning group. I have them all set in a big tub, and I'm thinking that that might not be the most efficient way because students may argue over what stem bins they want to use or have a hard time sharing, especially for the beginning of the school year. So I'm thinking if I put the same stem bins or similar couple boxes of the stem bins together, then students have their own box that they can work at their table or around the room without needing to always work with someone if they prefer to work by themselves. So I purchased that. Also at Target, I picked up this little hanging plant. I have a couple other plants in the back by the library that I really liked. Just because it adds a little bit more greenery into the classroom, and so when I saw that hanging one, I thought it'd be perfect to add. I also needed a couple of more book bins, and after I purchased these, I realized I have an entire set of 6 black bins somewhere in my garage that I purchased last December, like around Christmas time last year. However, then I couldn't find the box and I lost it until we were moving, and I currently found it again, and I was like, I knew I had this box, however, I don't know where my husband has placed it, so I will be on a hunt to find those 6 black book boxes again. But anyway, I picked up a couple more because I was saying how some of my book bins don't fit in the top. So I picked up 2 black and 2 clear because I have black and clear in the library. I also picked up these numbered clothespins. Yes, and I plan on using these during small group math. I picked up another package of them. There was only 2. I was looking for the alphabet ones too, but at the time that I was at Target, they did not have it. And then I picked up these little magnets that are also greenery. So this was just for fun. I was looking at Kohl's Cares when talking about the pigeon, but before I bought the pigeon, they had polar bear and brown bear, and so I bought the polar bear and the brown bear stuffed animals. I also bought the corresponding books that go with these. However, I also cannot find those, so I will be searching quite a bit. I think it's so interesting, like, to move is because you find things that you thought you lost, but then you can't remember where you put them. So that's kind of where we're at right now, is I can't remember where I put those books. I thought that they were in the clear tub that I had brought in with these guys in them. However, it's not there. I don't know what happened. So anyway, that's that. Okay, then I stopped at Hobby Lobby because I needed to get some ribbon in order to hang the students' transportation signs, little clothespins that tell how they're going home every day, especially for, like, if we have a sub, that'll be a quick look and glance at. Last year I just kept it on a data page, which I still will, but this will give the substitute, whoever's in my room, a chance to quickly look, who are my bus riders, who are my car riders, who are my after school, especially because of the maternity leave that I will kind of be taking at the very beginning of the school year. So that it's gonna be helpful for them. So while I was at Hobby Lobby, I picked up the ribbon that I needed for that. And I'm also going to use this ribbon for our red words, to hang those as we learn them for phonics. Our school does phonics first. If I truly did buy those Velcro dots. I have extra because I picked them up at Hobby Lobby. So I picked up, I think, 3 packages of the Velcro dots at Hobby Lobby. I picked up this little pencil. I thought it was so cute, and as a teacher, you can't pass it up. So anyway, I mean, you probably could, but I just thought it was too cute to pass up, and I felt like I needed that in my life, even though clearly I don't. But it was just super cute. And then I picked up this wooden sign. It's blank, but it has like the little wooden beads on it. And I picked up some of these flowers to decorate it with. My plan for this is to decorate just around like the top part of this sign and use it as a co-teacher or junior teacher for a class job. When I taught preschool, I did the whole list of classroom jobs and we changed them out monthly. But then I would forget which students did what job before, and other students were disappointed that they weren't able to do another job. Then last year for 3rd grade, I had my classroom job set up, but it was really hard to navigate because since I was departmentalized, I had 2 classes, and I wasn't for sure how to do classroom jobs with being departmentalized and having 2 classes. So this year I thought I would do like a junior teacher and change it out either daily or weekly, and that way all of the students get a chance to do it, kind of like a star of the week, something that they look forward to if their name is called for it. And this will be so much easier to manage than the whole classroom job. So that's the purpose for this. And then I love the theme behind like your inspiration station with the mirror. I don't have room for a big mirror unless I put it like on my classroom, my closet. However, it still becomes really big and bulky. And anyway, I walked into another kindergarten classroom and they had, she had this sweet, simple circle mirror right above her cubbies, and I loved how cozy that felt. So I also picked up a mirror here to show you. It's just kind of a small wooden one, and I got it on sale. But I'm going to hang that up over by the cubbies. And then I picked up this first day of little sign, and then I can take the student's picture on their first day of kindergarten, and on my computer I can write kindergarten so that it's all just plain and nice, and it stays really nice and neat for the kids. And then that can go in their end of the year little book and their picture that they get to take home for first day of school and last day of school. So that is everything that I believe I purchased by myself. Ooh, also I purchased this little nightstand. I'll link it here, or I'll show you a picture here. It's supposed to be a nightstand, however, I'm going to use it to hold my read alouds down at the bottom because there's that empty space. And I also am going to use it to hold my pins and stuff for my anchor chart. Last year I kept it up here like in the window, and that was hard. And I also wanted to have it for a document camera. I don't have room with the standing desk to have a document camera there, and with teaching kindergarten I'm going to need to use that a lot when demonstrating what we're doing for our work. So I think that that was the perfect spot. However, finding a space for that is going to be a little tricky, so I may have to play around with that for a little bit. I also bought a new Ottoman, and I'll link it here. I'll show you the picture here. The one that I had last year didn't last very long at all. It ended up breaking, and I think a lot of that was due to like the students sitting off and on it, and the legs just didn't hold up very well. So I'm hoping that, crossing my fingers and hoping that this Ottoman lasts a lot longer than the one that I had last year. All right, I now think that that's everything that I've purchased. I will go ahead and show you, false, that is not everything that I purchased. I forgot to show you the books that I purchased off of, is it Good Thrift? What is it? Oh, I took all this little stickers off. I posted them on my Instagram stories about purchasing books from this company. I had never done it before, and after seeing Maylene's video from Miss Calls Campers about her recommended books to purchase based on her students' response, I picked up a couple of these as well to try with my kids. Many of them I had heard before, but also a lot of them I haven't, or I didn't have copies of, and so I wanted to get them for my classroom. So I'll show you the ones that I did get, because they did come all in the mail. We got Sneezy the Snowman, Mr. Tiger Goes Wild, The Squirrels Who Squabbled, The Pout Pout Fish, Knuffle Bunny 2, Knuffle Bunny, The Rainbow Fish, My Mouth is a Volcano, Creepy Carrots, If You Give a Dog a Donut, The Book with No Pictures, Love Monster, and Love Monster and the Last Chocolate. So I added those 14 books to the library and that I purchased by myself. At the time, that company was having a sale where if you purchased 4 books, you got the 5th one free, I think is what it was. And so I got 4 of those books for free. Now on to classroom donations. One of my students' families from last year donated this book, Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus. So I'm super excited because then we also have the pigeon. And I had another school friend donate The Pigeon Has to Go to School, which is the book that we're going to read this year for the first day of kindergarten. So I thought that was so perfect. And then they also donated Play-Doh that was on my classroom wish list. So it was a set like this, and they donated that as well. So thank you so much to those that have donated to the classroom. I think there's a couple other things that are missing off my list, but they just haven't came to the house yet. So I'm excited to see what other things will be donated to the classroom. Okay, now I will show you what I put on my list for the school to purchase for me. I purchased from Amazon 8 of these tubs for my math manipulatives. However, I then I put on my wish list 8 more of these to be bought. And so these came in today, these buckets came in. So I have 8 of those that the school purchased. I put these magnetic holders on my list for this coming school year. I was always losing my markers. I could never find them. And so I wanted a spot specifically just to hold my markers on my whiteboards. So I did that. I purchased folders. I think I got a set of, how many is in here? I got a set of 20 folders to use for centers. I wanted the ones that had this little pocket sleeve in the front so that their sheet could say center folder and I wouldn't lose it. These are actually really heavy duty and nice, so I'm glad I purchased these. I did ask for black, however black was sold out, so my principal purchased the blue ones after checking with me to make sure that that was fine, and it truly was. And then I also put on my list this magnetic writing paper. And all of these can be found on Amazon. I can link them down below so that if you are also interested in any of these items or want to put them on your wish list for your friends and family to purchase for you, you have that as well. So this was the other thing that I asked for. I also asked for small things that haven't come in yet, and they're sticky clips for my calendar and Switch It Out. We use Math and Focus, and it's very specific to the calendar, and so I don't want to put Velcro or anything on the back of those little number cards for the calendar, just in case like the next teacher doesn't want that. So I picked up sticky clips and put them on my list. I put on my list for markers for the anchor charts, fine tip, regular tip, twistable crowns for the students. I also put on my list a six magazine holders, and I can't remember the purpose for why I had organized it like that. I can't remember. I put Play-Doh also on my list, and I put Astrobrite paper on my list. The school doesn't provide like colored paper if you want it fancy, however they do provide all of the white paper, and we have a print shop also that we can send items to, but if you want anything used with color paper, you have to bring your own colored paper to them if you don't print it here in the school. I also put on my list for a set of 20, I believe it's 20, colorful zipper pouches. I plan on using that for the students' money, what they get. So they have little, what's called tiger tokens, and they're gonna need a spot to hold those because I don't think zipper pouches are on their school list. So I bought a set for them. Also for my school list, I put this little wooden town set. Another order was for the wooden signs and the wooden, I believe it has the wooden cars too. However, I also have wooden cars of my own that I brought for them to also play with as well. And then I also had asked for, there was one more thing. What did I put? All right, the last thing was the tile organizer. Whenever I was cleaning up the classroom, I saw that there was an entire bucket filled with letters that also had small like Ziploc bags of similar letters all together. And so I asked for this organizer so that I can put all the letters in one spot and I don't have to dig through all of these Ziploc bags, and just so it just takes up a little bit more space. So I also put that on my list. So that is, I believe, everything that I've purchased for myself, some things that were donated to the classroom, as well as what I asked the school and school district to purchase for me for this coming school year. I hope that you enjoyed this video and find some other things that you might want to use for your classroom, even if you're not teaching kindergarten. And tell me below in the comments what was one of your favorite things that you saw from my classroom haul that you really liked, or that you think that you might need in your classroom as well. And I can't wait to see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!